In this video, I want to talk about the side hustles that you can start in 2021 and you can make a decent money out of it, a bit above the minimum average wage. So I want to talk about particularly the things that you can do without having any professional qualification or any skills whatsoever. So let's get started. My name is Zain Shah. On this channel, we talk about how to make money online from e-commerce and social media. So if you're interested, consider subscribing. The first thing that I want to talk about today is something that I have done in past. And the fact is that the most of the things that I'm going to mention in this video is I have personally done them in the past. And if I will have to do them in the future again, I will feel no shame about it. The biggest con which I want to mention in advance is that you will have no security whatsoever, like a paid holidays or having a permanent contract or something like this. But what you will have is a flexibility. You can do these in a part-time. And then also these are the sort of things that you can do which will pay you above the minimum wage. So the first thing is having a security badge. I'm talking about having a SIA license. Having a SIA license, which I consider it as a rainy day backup most of the time. So if you have that, normally what you have to do is you have to go on a SIA website. You will have to apply that. There are the background checks and everything. And then on the top of that, there is a small little training that you will have to do as well. Once you do both of them, you will have a license, let's say for a door supervisor or something like this. The thing about that, most of the time you will be able to get some sort of job as a part-time job, probably just on the weekend outside a nightclub or pub or something like this. But what I want to mention here in particular, when I used to do those in the past, particularly if you're working outside a pub or you're working outside a nightclub, I prefer to work with someone. I would never work outside a club or outside a pub if I was the solo door supervisor. And then if you are getting some sort of job, let's say in a retail store or even in a construction site, those are very ideal. On a construction site, there is nothing much you will have to do. But outside a retail store, let's say Zara or something like this, the only thing that you will have to deal is people coming to you and asking where that particular store is. And over the period of time, you actually get used to those sort of things. And then obviously the shoplifting and all those sort of stuff. But once you're working, you actually know who those legends are. And you kind of get this sixth sense of spotting them before they do something as well. So overall, it's not very hectic job as it seems like it. I highly recommend you should have this one as your rainy day backup. The second thing that I want to talk about in particular is Uber Eats, and then also Deliveroo and Just Eats, and all those sort of things falls in under same category as well. The requirement for them is literally nothing really. All you have to do is just sign up for these applications. Most of the people, they will sign up saying they're gonna use a bicycle, but they end up using a motorbike or a car just to avoid the insurance. It's the biggest problem in this industry. But if you will have to sign up for these one, and let's say you want to use your motorbike, which I will ideally suggest you use your motorbike. It's going to be ideal for you if you're working in a bigger city, let's say London, or you're working around a city center. There are the parking problems, and then if you're on a motorbike, you have a lot of flexibility on that one as well. So previously when I used to work, when I had a mobile phone shop, I used to close that at 7 o'clock, and then I will take out my motorbike, and then I will work for Uber Eats was there back then, and Deliveroo was there back then as well. But there are many companies who are offering those sort of things nowadays as well. So I'm not sure about what the situation is nowadays, but back then, about let's say 2017-18, before I became a full-time seller on eBay and Amazon, I used to work from 7 o'clock to 3 in the morning. So 7 in the evening to 3 in the morning. And my target always used to be taking at least £100 from that particular shift. So that wasn't used to be very hectic job. It was something that I done for a bit of a period of time, and I quite actually enjoyed it. And matter of fact, even though I'm not doing it anymore, I got so used to driving a motorbike. I have a motorbike which I pretty much enjoy in the summer. So the next thing which I want to talk about is being an Uber driver. There are many other applications as well, like Ola. There are many of them. I've been outside this industry for a very long time now, but I heard there are many now. The situation for them is not very good at the moment because the nightclubs and all pubs are closed. But the things that I'm mentioning, these I think you should keep them as your rainy day backup. If you're living in London, you should have a driving license. It has to be minimum at least 3-year-old in London and outside the London, because in the London, the TfL, the Transport of London, is responsible for all those private hire license. But outside of London, your council is responsible to get those. So requirement inside the London is about 3 years and outside the London is about 1 year. So you normally just apply for those. There are a medical checkup that you have to get it done from your GP. There are many other institutions who do that as well. And then you apply through your council or through TfL. Once you get that, you don't really have to go out and buy a car. I don't normally suggest that you do it on your own car because you're going to be putting a lot of mileage unless you buy a car specifically for this one and this is your full-time gig. But you can normally hire a car which can cost around, depending on where you live, £200 to £300 per week. That includes the insurance as well in most case scenarios. And then if the insurance is included, if you are working, you will be able to pay for the rental price as well. And then on the top of that, if you are putting in a good 6-7 hours night shift, you will end up probably making about £700 to £800 per week. So that depending on how much work you really put in as well. Then the next thing which I particularly want to talk about is that you can do as your side thing at the moment is either you can sell something online, for example, start selling on eBay, selling on Amazon. I have a lot of videos which can help you on my channel. I normally mostly talk about those sort of things, but a lot of people, they're asking me, they want to do some other side hustles at the main time. So selling on eBay and selling on Amazon, it's something that you can look into it. And then I know many people who don't just particularly sell on eBay and Amazon. They buy a used phone or used laptop from a Facebook marketplace and then they resell it on a Facebook marketplace. Or if they know and are familiar with repairing them, they buy them if they're not working or LCD is broken or something like this. They repair them and then they resell them because the cost of getting them repaired professionally for the customer can be expensive. But if you know how to repair them and you do it by yourself, that can be very profitable for you. So this is something that you can look into it. And then the next thing that I particularly want to talk about is starting a YouTube channel or starting affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing or a YouTube channel, you can talk about any set of skills that you have. So personally, I know because I am a full-time eBay and Amazon seller, so I make a tutorial about how to make money online from eBay and Amazon. So you should have some sort of things that you are good at, something that you can share with other people where the people can get value out of it as well. And then with that, you can try doing affiliate marketing. Once you're going to have a lot of following, you can promote other people's product and then get the commission out of it as well. So these are the side hustle that I normally have done them in the past, and I hope they will be able to help you somehow.